Epstein with your Morning Flash update, and this update is for Tuesday, the 28th of June, 2022, 8:35 a.m. Central Time. Well, the market was floundering all morning, and as the stock market has reopened, you have gotten a surge to the upside, as you can see, right across the board. This market was doing nothing like this a half hour ago. So that is good news. You're looking at the metal market sort of just wishy-washy. Foreign currency trade is all over the board. Right now, it appears that the yen has decided to resolve itself to the downside. It did lose the embedded reading last night, regained it, and is plunging again as the dollar is taking over the leadership role. On the energy market, we're waiting this week to hear from OPEC. They should go ahead and say they're going to raise production. The problem is, can they? If you were listening to the side comments made by French President Macron yesterday, as he was talking to President Biden, it might have been the day before, he was saying that the United Arab Emirates, maybe they can produce another 150,000 barrels a day, and they're tapped out. Then the question is the Saudis. Can they really go up the amount that the market has thought? We might be getting into an even tighter situation. At the same time, ching-ching for your pocketbook, dropping down here in the gasoline market, down about 4 cents at this point in time. Bonds and notes staying on the firm side. In the grain market, you're in weather markets now. So up until July 4th, and by the way, the saying, knee-high July 4th, that's what you look to see how the corn is doing. But we're reading about a lot of corn that never did get planted in states like the Dakotas, where they get quite a few million acres of corn planted, and they're saying that they might have lost up to 25% of that because of bad weather. Then we take a look in Canada, and you see the problems they're having there with some of the canola and some of the wheat plantings. So you pay attention to all this, because this is not a year where you can afford to set back. Pretty crazy action in the cotton. Yesterday, limit down. You went as high as limit up today, and all of a sudden, you're just plunging again. Market, as I call it, out of control. Don't know what's going on in that. And there's some good news that is happening today. So let's take a look at the news of the day. I want to get this where it's full screen for us so we can actually see what's going on. So let me come back here. And here we go. Red Book sales. So I'll come over on this side. Up 12%. That is what the market has been hoping for, and it keeps coming in. The Case-Shiller Home Index up 21% from a year ago month. Wow. So the stock market might be down, but your home prices are doing good. Now, that is starting to weaken. They expected it up 21.5. It's 0.3 lower. On a month-over-month basis from the month of April versus a year ago, up 2.3%. We're going to get at 9 o'clock the Richmond Fed. They're going to come out with their manufacturing sector indices. We'll all be looking at consumer confidence. That's a very big indicator, and we'll be looking to see how that comes out at 9 o'clock. We're looking for slippage back to the 101 level, maybe under 100. Last month we saw 106.4. We'll hear this morning from San Francisco Fed President Daly. And China today made a move. They have cut the amount of time that new arrivals going into China must spend in isolation. That's the biggest shift in the zero tolerance policy in a while, and if they cut it in half. So they didn't just move, they're doing it in an interesting way. I'm watching also as I'm hearing talk and watching numbers that are coming in from the infrastructure programs, and they're starting to have good merit. We're starting to see that the railways and the like, they are all getting much more bids, if you will, in the marketplace. And I think that's going to be important to see just how they can do. Let me get back here to the quotes for us. So as you can see, as we're finishing up here, markets in the green at this point. Will they hold? Don't know. Remember, this is the last full week before we get to the July 4th holiday. Now, one of the things that I've been watching is what are the Bollinger Bands doing right now? Bollinger Bands are one of the most popular of the indicators, but I discovered a long time ago, created a course on it last year, my best-selling course of all time. What? That if you tie the slow stochastic indicator into it the way that I do it, you get a timing edge. What do I mean by that? Well, you might want to take a look at this right now.